Bonjour and welcome to a new unboxing video, and today I'm particularly excited because what I'm going to be talking about is a wave of toys that hasn't reached the USA yet. Yeah, I know, for once it's out in Canada, it's out in some other countries, but it's not out in the US yet. And it is an American line because it is superpowers, so it's McFarlane's superpower line. And I know there is the Superman movie ones which are just out, which I'm not quite sure I'm going to do an unboxing about, maybe with the Fortress of Solitude, but I'm not quite sure yet. But no, I've got the one after that which isn't out in the US, and that first one is very exciting for me. Because it has some really cool character. I was so excited, I'll tell you now, I was so excited that I actually couldn't wait and opened one of them. So one will not be unboxed, but we'll do something fun with it at the end. So the new wave of superpowers is Deadman. So that's Superpowers Wave 13. We've got a classic Teen Titan Nightwing, the Disco Nightwing. We've got Animal Man, and I'm particularly excited by Animal Man because they've done actually something fun with it, which we're going to discover once we open it. And the last one, which I've already opened, so I'm just going to show you the count back, is Cyborg. And the reason why I'm keeping it for last is, first of all, because I've already opened it, but with that one we'll be able to do a comparison with the original Cyborg from Superpowers, which is probably the most expensive and the most rare Superpowers figures. So this way we can see what the original was and what the new one is like compared. And I mean, you will see there's a lot of difference. Anyway, so we're going to start opening those, and I'm thinking that we're going to start. So let's not do, what I'm going to do is I'll just show you the card back. Card back is the same, so you've got all the Superpowers figures, you've got the latest vehicles, which are not very vehicle or playset. You've got the Fortress of Solitude from the Superman movie, which I haven't spoken about, as I was just saying, or the T-ship or T-craft from Mr. Terrific from the Superman movie. All of those include, of course, the Superman wave, Superman movie wave that's just here. And you do have, of course, they haven't put still the figures from the 3 packs, so there's still, it's not a full listing. They do say that there is 64 figures, but I'm thinking that counting that wave, we're pretty much at about 76 if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, you know the drill. This I didn't say, but as you notice, all of those figures have the gold label logo, which means that they are exclusive. So in the US, from what I'm told, they are exclusive to the McFarlane website, and in other countries they are store exclusive, I suppose, so small retailers exclusive, like they often do. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the UK it would be Forbidden Planet, for example. In Canada it's quite a few independent retailers who have them. So anyway, enough spoken about that card. Let's see some figures. So we'll start, as I said, we'll see Cyborg last, but we'll start with the lovely Deadman. So as you can see, it's, I mean, you know the drill, it's the same back. You do have a lovely illustration of Deadman. Here he comes, that's Deadman. He looks really cool. I do like him. I think he's very, they've done it a bit smaller. I would say that's some figures. I think it's because he probably shares body with another of the characters. Wouldn't be surprising if they use the same body for Nightwing and Deadman, but we'll work it out very shortly. So here you go. It's really cool. I like the fact that they've actually done a slight difference of color for the feet and the glow, otherwise it would be a very red figure. And of course in the back that's what it looks like. So it's very cool. It's a good start. It is a good start. So we'll put that over here, And then we do have, well, let's do Nightwing. This way we can compare very quickly. So here is Nightwing. It's the classic look from, as I said, the disco Nightwing, which was the original design of the character by George Perez for the Teen Titan back in the early 80s. And here he goes. Here we go. It's really a very nice figure. I do like it. They made it very simple. I mean, they could have actually added, you know, the wings. But no, the wings were a bit later. That's true. It was a bit later that they added the wings. That's the original costume didn't have the little wing things. So here you go. He looks really cool. I do like, of course, I mean, I'm not saying that, but they are, of course, 7 point of articulation like all superpowers. So you've got the arms, you've got the head, you've got the hip and the knee as usual. So, and we're going to compare immediately with if it is. Yes, no, there's actually slight difference. The color is actually bigger. I would have thought, well, maybe the bodies are the same, but at least the colors are different, which I didn't expect. I thought that basically from a first view, I thought that they were actually the same, but no, I mean, you can actually see it even better when you compare here. They are quite different and actually yeah, no, you can see the difference between the two. So that's Nightwing. It's interesting because that's the third Nightwing that we get in the line, but he's really very, very cool. And we're getting to my favorite character along with Cyborg, which we still have to discover, and it is Animal Man. There is something that's very interesting with Animal Man. As you can see, the costume he has here is not the same costume that he has here, and there's a reason for that. The costume that he's wearing here is the costume from the Justice League International, which had the stylized A, whereas the costume that he appears to be wearing here is actually his original costume, except that for his original costume he didn't have the jacket. So it's actually quite clever that McFarlane has done a mix of the two looks for this figure, and here he comes. So as you can see, it's a fabric jacket, which I think is rather cool. If we remove the jacket, which is surprisingly easy to remove, I didn't expect that, we do have the original Animal Man look with the old style A and the frilly bit on his boots and his in his glove. But then if you add the fabric jacket, it becomes an hybrid with the more modern look. When I say more modern look, it's really the Justice League Europe, Grant Morrison era look. And I am actually I'm nicely surprised with the jacket, because I was expecting that the jacket would be difficult to put and remove, but actually no, it's actually pretty decent for something of that size. So we do have him with his really nice jacket. I don't know if I like him better with or without the jacket, so I'm just trying to put back the jacket correctly, because of course I messed up the creases and everything. So here we go. This is Animal Man, which I think it's nice that they did that mix of the classic 1970s and then 1980s look. So, and now we do have the last one, which I've already opened, and it is Cyborg. And Cyborg is absolutely fantastic. He looks great. He really He really does look great. The thing I would say, I mean, the sculpt is really very, very cool. I like the fact that it's all smiley, like in a cartoon. Here is the back as well. And the interesting thing is that I think it's probably the most wanted figure of the new line, because it's also the rarest figure from the Kenner Superpower line from the 80s. And here is, for comparison, the Superpower figure from the 80s. As you can see, it's all chromed, and you do have an action feature, because they did like their action features in the 80s. And in the back, in his back, it's very difficult because he's so shiny. In the back, you do have some extra bits which you can then use to replace his hand with. So he does have a tool instead of his hand, or another tool. I'm being very careful with this one because it's here you go. It's a remarkable, I mean, it's very easy to understand why it is the most wanted figure of the original line, and it is also the most expensive one. I mean, you may want to check yourself. You will be shocked by the fact that you probably need a mortgage to get this figure. Well, I'm joking, it's not that bad, but it's still expensive. So people are really looking for this one to instead. As you can see, they are about the same size. The sculpts are different. People were thinking that maybe they had reused the old stock. I think it makes a good point at evoking the original while at the same time being different. Of course, it doesn't have any action feature, but unlike the 1980s Kenner Superpower, you can actually bend his knees, because the original one didn't have articulated legs at all. Well, I think it was the only character in oh no, maybe Calibac didn't have articulated leg either. So anyway, here you go. It's fantastic. So that's wave 13 of Superpowers, and it's only 4 figures, and it's a gold label, so exclusive to McFarlane's toy store in the US, unless he's sharing the exclusive with someone else. And also it's available from independent retailers in other countries. The bad news is that rumor has it that it is the last wave of Superpowers, because of course McFarlane is losing the DC license in 2026 because Mattel has got it back, and nothing has been announced or teased for Superpowers after that wave. So it may be the last one, but if it is the last one, they're ending up on a high. If it's not the last one, it's a great wave. It's probably one of the best waves they've done. So Cyborg and Animal Man and Nightwing and Deadman, here you go. And I'm really chuffed that those have arrived so quickly. So I will speak to you again soon. Bye.